is going to go ahead and bring this one back, and it's drinky time, I think.
You want to do your first one?
I gotta have you guys do one more.
Eagle Raceway, you know what we do. Get them up, get them up, get them up. Take a drink.
Wet the beak a little bit.
There you go. For those of you that are at home and don't know what we're doing, when there's a start that is called back, we take a drink.
This one's a little better. Jenkins will take it to the bottom side of one. Anderson down low as well. Look out, Trey Dunsing all the way to the top side. Jackson Sadoff will get all around him up front, though. Here comes Anderson side by side with Jenkins, but Ryan Jenkins will pull away in the 6 machine. Once again, Chad Anderson working to his inside, but Jenkins will shut the door. Chad picked up 3 feature wins this season ago here at Eagle, sitting in that 2nd spot. Meanwhile, how about a 4-car battle back there for 3rd? Harker right there with Silman. Silman splits him and Sadoff. Here goes Silman to the outside. Dunsing right back to the inside. Sadoff there as well. 3 cars battling for 1 spot. Top 4 as Harker in that 3rd spot in front of him. Ryan Jenkins clicking him off up front. Anderson 2nd, Harker 3rd. Trey Dunsing with a slider. Crossover by Silman. We'll go 2x2 as Bob Zolbeck into the discussion as well. Slider by Silman. And Dylan Silman on the move in the 35D. Trey Dunsing right back to his inside. Boy, it is wild from 4th on back. But up front, it is all Ryan Jenkins, your leader. Chad Anderson, Sean Harker, Dylan Silman, Sadoff to the inside of Dunsing. Dunsing shuts him off. Zolbeck rounding out your order is now Dunsing back to the inside. Another slider in turn 2. Silman crosses it back underneath him. 4 laps to go. Silman will take this spot again. Dunsing back to 5th. Ryan Jenkins is straightaway advantage over Chad Anderson. Sean Harker catfish to the bottom side. Dunsing right back around the 35D, but Silman back to his inside. Back and forth they go. Haymaker after Haymaker with 4 laps now, 3 to go. How about the show being put on by Silman and Dunsing? Dunsing again back to the inside. 2 to go for Jenkins. Jenkins, Anderson, Harker, Dunsing, Silman, Sadoff, and Zolbeck. Top 3 cars that pulled away from the rest of the field. Ryan Jenkins will take him into 3 and 4. White flag is out. Chad Anderson, Sean Harker. Here comes Dunsing back to the inside of Silman. Sadoff catches that duo as well. But down the backstretch into 3 and 4, a dominating performance in heat number 1. It goes to Ryan Jenkins. Chad Anderson 2nd, Sean Harker 3rd. Here comes that battle for 4th. It'll be Dunsing, Silman, Sadoff, and Zolbeck. Wild first modified heat race, but getting it done in the 6th, it'll be Ryan Jenkins.
Row number 3 to the inside, the 8A of Dustin Anderson. On his outside, the 72, Mike Lineberry. Row number 4 to the inside, the 33M, James Mason Brink. On his outside, the 13K, Kevin Stack. 10 laps to settle it, top 4 moving on. Green flag is out. Sadoff trying the low side. Wayman's gonna be up against the guardrail. Sadoff will have the lead down the backstretch, but Wayman hanging tough. Moving out of the Sportmod division last year, won the track championship in 2020. Figuring out this modified division, Nate Thompson sending it in hard into turn 1, slides up the racetrack. He's got the 3rd spot. Battle for 4th, that final transfer spot. Brandon Verbeek's got it. He's looking for more underneath Thompson. Battle for the race lead. Cole Wayman starting to find something on the high side in that 3W machine. Anderson now. Anderson up into the 4th spot. Starting to challenge Nate Thompson. Dustin Anderson, a feature winner several times last year. Sadoff, a little slow through the corner. That allowed Wayman to close the gap again. 6.5 to go. Big run for Cole Wayman. You got a battle for the race lead. Wayman now trying to get a run off turn number 2, but Sadoff gets the better bite on the low side. Wayman now up against the cushion at 3 and 4. Gets a good run again. Sadoff closes the door. 5 to go.
That 8 is off the pace.
Anderson off the pace. Dustin Anderson is pulled to the infield. Caution is out on the speedway. Debris on the high side of turn 1. I would bet by the way the 8A is reacting, that's probably his drive shaft on the high side of turn number 1.
Ben Beecher actually got into the guardrail up top there. It very well could be a drive shaft, but he has a lot of body sheet metal damage on that 4B machine. Yeah, it looks like that's sheet metal.
Oh,
I think,
yeah.
off the back decking of the 4. Boy, you see the decking right there on that 4B machine. That's pretty heavy damage.
Yeah, Brandon Verbeek with that damage now to the tail end of the field. Green flag is coming back out. 5 laps left to go. Sadoff, Wayman, sticking to their respective lines. Thompson, Lineberry, then Mason Brink. Sadoff now starting to pull away from Cole Wayman. Trouble for Mason Brink. He's off the pace. Had issues in turn 2. That allowed Verbeek to get by. Now Verbeek is the first car on the outside looking in. Johnny the Jet Sadoff. 2 laps left to go. Caution out of the speedway again. The 33 of Mason Brink bringing out this caution.
Yeah, turns 1 and 2 is continuing to cause a lot of problems for these drivers. You haven't really seen much of that in 3 and 4, but 1 and 2 definitely.
One more modified class to go, then we get to your sprint cars. And Ryan, I'm kind of wondering right now, as that breeze is starting to hit me, it's really cooling off. I wonder if there's a bunch of sprint car guys out there making a bunch of changes because of the temperature drop. Couple more heat races left to go in your modifieds. Here we go. That start will stick. Johnny Sadoff, Cole Wayman, Nate Thompson now. Thompson's trying to take over the runner-up spot. Cole Wayman has held onto it all night long, all heat race long. Sadoff, Wayman, Thompson, Lineberry. That's your top 4. White flag will wave for Johnny the Jet Sadoff out of turn number 4. Thompson still not letting up on Cole Wayman. Thompson, one of the many drivers playing double duty tonight. Checkered flag is out. Johnny the Jet Sadoff gets the heat race win. Cole Wayman brings it home in second. Nate Thompson in third. And Mike Lineberry survives for a 4th and final transfer spot. By the way, for those of you watching at home wondering why we're not using the center scales, they were afraid that due to the high winds that the scales would be inaccurate, so we're not scaling any of the drivers tonight.
Row number 3, it'll be Clint Holman in the 27 to the 97 of Ryan Sample to his outside. Trevor Baker in the 25 excavation shotgun on the field. Looks like, yeah, we got 7 cars in this. And we are set to turn them loose. 3rd of 4 modified heat races here tonight at America's home track as Grop to the outside, Zigabine down low. Side by side for the lead. We're going to go 2 by 2 by 2 into 3 and 4. Grop's going to lead lap number 1. Oh, man, where will he? Here comes Zigabine to the inside. Rick Grop of the V45, your leader. Zigabine second. Tronic in that 3rd spot, trying to make a charge to the front. A little bit of an elbow throw to the inside of Zigabine. Side by side for second. Keep your eye on Clint Holman and that 27 catfish to the bottom side. They're almost going to go 3 wide. They will. Eagle Raceway 3 wide for second, going into 3. Tronic pushes up top. Holman right back to the bottom side, and still Gropp your leader. Rick Gropp, Dave Tronic, Clint Holman. Look at Holman come to the front. He started 5th, looking for 2nd. Trevor Baker trying to make a charge as well as Tronic jumped the cushion. He'll lose the spot. Holman but 2nd, Tronic back to 3rd. Ziegemeind in your top 4, your final transfer. Then it's Baker, Sample, and Dieterding. Rick Gropp looking good up front, the V45 machine, working the bottom side of the speedway. Tronic now with pressure from behind by Norm Ziegemeind. Ziegemeind to the top of 1 and 2. Here comes Baker to the bottom side. That's the battle for the final transfer spot. 4 to go this time by for Rick Gropp. Gropp, Holman, Tronic. Now Baker has made the pass on Ziegemeind. Ziegemeind right now stuck in a B feature unless he can get back around the 25. Clint Holman trying to run down your leader, Rick Gropp, as they continue to click him off. Now 3 to go for the V45. Gropp finished 8th in the point standings a season ago in that V45 machine. Clint Holman now is going to switch up his line. He'll go to the top side at 3 and 4. See if that works to try and run down your leader. 2 to go for Kate Murray up on the flag stand. Gropp, Holman, Tronic, Ziegemeind, Baker, Sample, and Dieterding. Field starting to string out. Baker with one final charge here, trying to get around Ziegemeind back into the A feature. White flag is out, and here comes Clint Holman. The 27 has found something on the top side of the speedway. He'll rip the lip off in turn number 2. Can Gropp hold him? Gropp works the bottom side. Holman to the top out of 3 and 4. It'll be Rick Gropp holding on. Holman 2nd, Tronic 3rd, and Ziegemeind will hold on for the final transfer. Boy, Clint Holman was coming, but he lost. Ran out of time there. And picking up the win as he comes off at turn number 4. Put your hands together for Rick Gropp. Looks like it'll be Bowman electing to go to the rear of the field. So Grabo is going to go on the point with Densberger to his inside.
What about the talent that's in this heat race, Ryan? It's probably one of the best in the country you'll see right here at Eagle Raceway.
The who's who in the state of Nebraska for modifieds. Turning them loose off the 4.
Good start for Jordan Grabowski. He's going to take the race lead into turn number 1. Mike Densberger in that 2nd spot. Cade Richards in 3rd. Big run down the backstretch for Shane Hyatt. Hyatt taking over the 4th and final transfer spot. Grabowski, Densberger, Richards, then Hyatt. Anthony Roth, former track champion at Eagle Raceway. Roth looking to the outside of Shane Hyatt. Roth, nice and smooth. He's got the final transfer spot on the exit of turn number 2. Terry Hurt sitting back there. Jordan Grabowski is gone. Cade Richards gets around Mike Densberger for the 2nd spot. Densberger's going to try to go to the high side, get the momentum run off the corner. Richards closes the door. 5 laps left to go for Jordan Grabowski, Cade Richards, Mike Densberger, Anthony Roth, Shane Hyatt. Roth's pulling up to the back bumper, your defending track champion. Densberger holds him off for another lap, but Roth is charging hard. Jordan Grabowski just a 10th slower than Cade Richards. But that big of an advantage and only 2 laps left to go. Richards is going to have to find another gear if he's going to roll in that 30 machine. Mike Densberger now firmly into that 3rd spot as he was having a battle for a couple of laps with Anthony Roth. Hyatt gets a little loose. White flag is out. Final time, Jordan Grabowski, Cade Richards. Mike Densberger now is coming alive. Densberger's starting to reel in the 1R. He wants that 2nd spot back. But picking up the dominating heat race win, the 30 machine of Jordan Grabowski. Out of turn number 4 with a great late race run. The 81 of Mike Densberger gets the 2nd spot. Cade Richards comes home in 3rd. And Anthony Roth, your 4th and final transfer spot. Welcome back to dirt racing. The 21H of Shane Hyatt took off half of last year after losing his engine. Good run for him. 5th place, though. He'll have to come out of the B.
So here we go. Once again, top 2 move on to the B feature to take the rear of that. Some good cars in this field. Slough and Narad, 2 fast runners up front. Hine and Hines, row 2. Bullmeyer, Cook, row 3. Set to go green this time by. Slough works the middle of 1 and 2. Narad on the top side of the speedway. Top 2 have pulled away for the rest of the pack. Hine has moved up into that 3rd spot. Hines back to 4th. Bullmeyer 5th. Lap number 1 will go to Tyler Narad. Narad rolling right through the center of 1 and 2, trying to keep his momentum up as much as possible. Slough back to 2nd. Look out, we got one going around. Morris, the D transfer, goes around. He'll keep it lit. We stay clean and green. How about this battle in turn number 4? 4 cars battling, still outside looking in. But how about the move from the 31R of Hines, looking to the inside of Hine. Bullmeyer right there as well. Also joining that mix is Sean Pospisil in the 6SJ. Hines starting to extend himself from that pack just a little bit. He jumped to the top a little too high. 3 wide for 3rd. Here comes Bullmeyer. He'll try to split Hine and Hines. Hines on the bottom, Hine up top. Bullmeyer through the middle. The 24R on the move. Tyler Narad now going to meet lap traffic down the backstretch. That'll be Lauren Cook. So a lap car between he and Slough. Meanwhile, 3-car battle again for 4th. Hines, and now here comes Pospisil. Shinos trying to catch that battle as well. Not going to matter, though, if they can't catch the 15D of Slough, as Bullmeyer has started to reel him in just a little bit. Slough puts the lap car, Cook between he and Bullmeyer. Meanwhile, Pospisil on the move. Once again, he started inside of row number 4 and already up into the 4th spot. It'll be 3 to go at the line this time by Tyler Narad, has pulled away by about a straightaway advantage over Jacob Slough.
Oh, trouble 4.
Cook going around. Looks like Hines
got help
involved
from
as
the
well.
Got help from the 3.
And I think that's going to bring up the caution.
31, it's going down the backstretch, got into the back of him, turned him around.
So James Hines getting into the lap car of Cook. That was a pretty big battle back there, so just trying to get around the lap car to stick with it. Here we go. Once again, top 2 move on to the B feature. Narad setting the pace. Back to green flag racing. Narad rolls the center of 1 and 2 again. Oh, Bullmeyer's going to go around by himself. That'll end the bid for the lead for Bullmeyer, trying to get into the show. Pospisil moves to 3rd. Here comes Hines to his inside. So Sean Pospisil on the bubble. He is outside looking in, trying to catch Slough, but he's running out of time. Tyler Narad had almost a 2nd advantage over Slough that last lap. He'll come to the white flag one more time around for the 5T.
Spinner 3-4, spinner 3-4.
Mike Shinos goes around. His bid will be done. Looks like he will keep it clean and green.
Another
Cook's going to
spinner,
go
another
around
spinner.
now. All sorts of happenings in turn number 4. And that will bring us, I believe, right back to a green-white checkered. You need to get yourself a golf cart or something there.
It's time to
Yeah,
get a
we'll be
razor.
doing that, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Poppy can't walk that far anymore.
All right. Well, we only have one lap on the board. This might be a green and white right away. We'll see. Tyler and Aaron here later will bring him to the line. Slough in that final transfer. Bosmischel hot on his heels. Hines and Hine, your top 5. They'll take him down the back straightaway. Narrad continuing to lead. He really pulled away on that restart. So the white flag is out one more time around for Tyler and Aaron. Little spark coming off the right rear quarter panel of the 5T. Hasn't affected him at all. Bosmischel closed just a hair there on Slough, but he's running out of time. 2 more sets of turns to come. And your C feature
trouble
winner.
trouble two.
That'll be Narrad transferring on Slough there as well. Everyone else's night is done. So how about it, race fans? It'll be the 15D of Jacob Slough and the 5T of Tyler Narrad moving on to tonight's B feature.
I got a dollar bill. Never mind.
Top 5 are going to be moving on in the stock cars. Top 5 moving on. Laughlin and Rusinger cars around turns 1 and 2. I think that's Tim Horsham. He gets it going again. Rusinger gets a big run off turn number 2. He'll have the race lead. Here comes Wergen. Laughlin takes the race lead out of turn number 2. Wergen had a big run, but he had to lift to not make contact with Laughlin. Wowza. 8 laps left. Gary Laughlin, Bob Rusinger, Hunter Wergen, all sorts of upset on the exit of turn 2. Now they're 3 wide, 4 wide in turn 4. Gary Laughlin. car round turn, exit at turn 4, yellow's out.
I tell you what, Dan, they are putting on a show back there. 4 wide coming off of turn 4.
Single file restart, 7 to go. Gary Laughlin. Marty Steinbach all over the rear bumper of Gary Laughlin. Steinbach's going to try to go to the outside. He'll go high, wide, and handsome. Down the backstretch, you got a new race leader. Wergen's going to try to follow him through. Laughlin staying true to that low side. Wergen up to... Now Wergen gets the run off turn number 2. He'll take over the second spot. Gary Laughlin still in a transfer spot. Nothing to worry about yet. Well, now we better start worrying. He is losing spots left and right. He's down to 3rd. Now he's down to 4th. And now he's in the final transfer spot. The 9 of Gary Laughlin falling back after staying strong early on. Steinbach, Wergen down, and Steinbach.
Peter got loose.
Hunter Wergen all over the bumper of Steinbach.
Spinner.
Matt
two.
Boucher in the
Spinner
4th
two.
spot. Car around turns 1 and 2. Keeps on the throttle. We stay green. 2 laps left to go. Steinbach, Wergen, down, Boucher, Laughlin. That's your top 5. And again, top 5 moving on. White flag is out. Final time for Marty Steinbach, Hunter Wergen, Jeremy Down, Matt Boucher, and Gary Laughlin. Laughlin getting a little bit of pressure from Travis Patterson. Out of turn number 4, picking up the win, the 5, Eli of Marty Steinbach.